The second and final round of the Olympic Qualifier Series took place in Budapest, Hungary this weekend, where the final spaces for the Paris 2024 Olympics were going to be made available. With barely a month until the Olympics are due to take place, this really was the last gasp for athletes who hadn't made it in already, so the stakes were seriously high. Massive names, perhaps even the biggest names in climbing, the likes of Adam Ondra and Alex Megos and Brooke Raboutou were yet to qualify. From a British perspective, we had several hopefuls lined up after round one of the Olympic Qualifier Series in Shanghai. Erin McNeice finished third overall within that, Hamish MacArthur finished 7th, and Molly Thompson-Smith 13th. But when everyone is trying as hard as they can to qualify, it all came down to this final round. In the men's combined, which features boulder and lead, with speed now being a separate category, Lee Doyon finished in first place, securing his place in the Paris 2024 Olympics alongside Tokyo 2020 winner Alberto Jimenez Lopez, who impressed with his form throughout. In third place was the greatest of all time, Adam Ondra. Now, from our perspective, it is great to see Adam qualify, because any Olympics isn't the Olympics unless Adam is there. Now, it's worth mentioning that we will be putting up individual athlete profiles on UKC for each and every athlete that has qualified. However, within this video, we're just going to pick out a significant few. And the first is Hamish MacArthur, Team GB member and now British Olympic athlete. I interviewed Hamish back at the 2022 Kendal Mountain Festival climb session, where he talked about his Olympic aspirations. Now, the thing is that the Olympics are a really tough thing to qualify for, as proved by the fact that his best mate and climbing partner, Max Milne, did not manage to qualify. You've got to be really good and also get kind of lucky as well on the day. A foot slip here could set you back significantly. But it's great to see him through alongside the likes of Toby Roberts, who will be competing undoubtedly for a medal position. Now, the next big name to qualify is Alex Megos. Now, Alex was someone that was vocal in his disdain of the inclusion of speed climbing within the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and it's great to see him back for 2024 in Paris without speed to, shall we say, dilute the quality of both boulder and lead. He's perhaps best known for his climbing outside with routes such as Bibliography and Perfecto Mundo. He's also a living legend within the Sheffield climbing community after he was rumoured to drink nearly 26 cups of tea within a single sitting whilst competing at the Climbing Works International Festival a few years ago. Details are sparse. Of the big names that didn't make it in, Stefano Gazolfi has to be the biggest. But he's already posted, don't worry, he won't be in Paris, but he will be back in Flathanger and back on silence, which it sounds like a win-win scenario from our perspective, and we really hope he completes that climb sometime soon. They'll be joining the athletes who've already qualified, including ultimate competitor Jakob Schubert, Colin Duffy, who did exceptionally well in the previous Olympics, and Tomoa Narasaki, just to name a few. In the women's combined, Brooke Raboutou finished in first, followed by Cheun Sir, and finally, Erin McNeice from Great Britain. Erin's form throughout 2024 has been exceptional. She's finished third within both of the OQS events, and just seems to be riding the crest of the wave as far as her performance is concerned. And her improvement has been stratospheric, which is a really encouraging position to be going to Paris in. Other big names include Miho Nonaka, who finished second within the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, and she will be vying for a podium place within Paris 2024, although is one of the few competitors who potentially was benefited by speed, as she was particularly strong within that category. Although on the flip side of that, she's not exactly weak in either lead or boulder, so make what you will of that. From a GB climbing perspective, Molly Thompson-Smith finished in 13th place, and in doing so got the last qualifying spot available. Molly's had a roller coaster in recent years, through injury to coming back to form to injury again, and it is great to see her qualify. They'll be joining the likes of Jessie Pills, Aimori, Natalia Grossman, and finally, Janja Garnbret, who must be going into the Olympics as firm favourite, not least because she won the last Olympics, but also because she's kind of won everything else as well. Her recent form on rock is something that we've mentioned within previous tick list episodes, but in between that, she'll have been training hard and she'll be going into this as the firm favourite. From a UK climbing perspective, it's great to see so many British athletes there, which is something that we maybe hadn't quite expected, at least not in the number that we've eventually got. But aside from that, it's great to see the big names from abroad too. And I feel that Paris 2024 is going to be a significant step up from what we saw in Tokyo back in 2021. The Olympics kicks off with the men's bouldering, which begins on the morning of the 5th of August. Now, throughout the days that it's on, we'll be producing daily episodes and updates, bringing you the latest on what's happened and our analysis of what has occurred. Let us know within the comments of who you think is going to end up on the podium.